Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Alexandra Carter on this April 4th, 2024. Let's check in now with News 8 meteorologist Bill Grahl. So, Bill, it stopped snowing in our area, but we are getting some school delays and closures in. So I guess we're not out of the woods fully yet, are we?
Yeah, and that's a result of the higher terrain snow. Boy, 600 feet in elevation change really made a huge difference. For example, we had 1.1 inches of snow out at the La Crosse Airport, up on the ridge up near Grandad Bluff, over a foot of snow. So an amazing difference over just a couple hundred feet of elevation. All right, yesterday's highs also reflect something. We had mid to upper 30s from La Crosse and points east, but look at to the west where the impacts of the storm lessened and temperatures topped out in the lower 50s in Mason City and up in the Twin Cities. Now it is much quieter and drier this morning, but watch out for some leftover slick spots. 38 the high yesterday, 33 the low, another tenth of an inch of liquid and just a trace of snow. That average high of 55, we're still going to be short of that until maybe tomorrow and Saturday, especially by Saturday. Now still some wraparound moisture, some snow showers off to the north and east here as that low has finally gotten a little kick to the east. It's right near Cleveland, Ohio. Current temperatures in the lower to middle 30s, and it will be still cool today, but not as cold as yesterday. Highs in the low to mid 40s and still kind of breezy with that slight chance for some lingering light rain and snow showers in spots. I'll have many more details coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Bill, and speaking of that snow and cold, a couple of school delays to tell you about this morning. The Viroqua School District has been delayed by 2 hours. The Westby Area School District also on a 2-hour delay, and there's no morning 4K. The DeSoto School District is also delayed by 2 hours, and St. Matthew's School in Stoddard is also delayed by 2 hours. Soon, President Biden and the leader of Israel will speak for the first time since Monday's deadly airstrike on aid workers with World Central Kitchen in Gaza. 7 people were killed, including a U.S.-Canadian dual citizen. The strike, which Israeli officials say was a grave mistake, has drawn outrage here in the U.S. and around the world, with the Biden administration also facing renewed calls over its unwavering support of Israel. The organization's founder, Chef Jose Andres, is also speaking out, saying his team coordinates its movements with Israel's military, and he believes the aid workers were systematically targeted. Jared Hill has the latest for us.
Today, President Biden is set to speak with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu by phone. Their first conversation since Monday's strike by Israeli forces, which killed 7 humanitarian workers with World Central Kitchen, the food charity founded by celebrity chef Jose Andres.
Accountable for the World Central Kitchen strike, Mr. President.
Yesterday, President Biden ignored questions from reporters on the strike, though earlier this week he said he was outraged and heartbroken. The Biden administration says it's awaiting the results of Israel's investigation of the incident, which Netanyahu has called unintentional.
This incident was a grave mistake.
This was not just a bad luck situation where, we dropped the bomb in the wrong place.
Chef Andres told Reuters he believes his workers were targeted.
IDF knew of our movements. The route was clear. The communication was clear.
Netanyahu has faced criticism and backlash at home and abroad due to his overall handling of the conflict. Israeli War Cabinet member Benny Gantz, a political rival of Netanyahu's, is calling for new elections in September.
I believe that the Israeli society needs to renew its contract with its leadership.
The bodies of the slain World Kitchen aid workers have been transported out of Gaza, and the organization has suspended operations there. The United Nations is also halting the nighttime movements of its aid workers for 48 hours to consider security issues. It's all in the aftermath of Monday's strike.
And Chef Jose Andres telling Reuters he doesn't know when World Central Kitchen will resume its operations in Gaza. The United Nations says nearly 200 aid workers have been killed in Gaza and the West Bank since October. And back here at home, Governor Evers announcing a new technical education grant that'll provide nearly $500,000 in technical equipment to about 3,000 Wisconsin students. The $495,000 in funding comes from the Wisconsin Fast Forward program, which helps train students for careers involving robotics, welding, 3D printing, and drones. These grants will compensate school districts for purchasing and installing technical education equipment used for hands-on training to prepare students for in-demand skilled trades. grades. The governor also signing a bill in Trumpealo aimed to protect our communities from future flooding. Senate Bill 222 requires Wisconsin Emergency Management to create and administer a pre-disaster flood resilience grant program. Those grants will go toward projects aimed at identifying and improving flood vulnerabilities. In the 2023-24 budget, the governor included $2 million for the newly established grant program. He said the signing of this bill will provide security for flood-prone communities.
This bill is an important step at giving families and communities peace of mind and the tools they need to prevent flood damage in the future.
Flooding is one of the most damaging hazards we face here in Wisconsin. The grant is a step in helping the state compete in federal hazard mitigation funding. In a surprise upset, write-in candidate Frank Ames won a DeSoto area school board seat by hundreds of votes, defeating the incumbent, Rick Pedretti. The unexpected result follows a tumultuous year for the district, which saw large protests after the board voted not to renew an elementary school's principal's contract in February. DeSoto voters also rejected a $4.8 million referendum to maintain staff and programs. A Goodview, Minnesota resident is starting a GoFundMe for a displaced victim of an apartment fire last Friday. Nate Scott lost everything he owned when the blaze tore through his home. Now he's trying to get back on his feet. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall has the story for us.
The images of last week's apartment fire in Goodview are still vivid to Nate Scott.
I still don't really know what to think. It just hasn't sunk in yet fully that everything's gone.
Scott lived in the apartment for 3 years. Everything changed when his landlord told him the devastating news.
Landlord called me and said the apartment's on fire. I rushed here, watched it for myself, and just went back to work. I don't know what else to do. I was just in shock. My mind was blank.
Scott is one of 7 people displaced from the fire. He never thought he would lose everything, including his cat. Not thinking he would need renter's insurance, Scott never bought it. Now he's asking for support. Recently, his friend Amanda Williams organized a GoFundMe.
I've known him for, a couple of years now. I know that it's such a tragic event of what happened, and it's great to see how far the GoFundMe has gone so far.
Since its launch, more than $4,400 has been raised. His goal is $10,000, but he's hoping to raise more.
If it really takes off, I'd love to be able to spread it with some of the other tenants too, whatever I don't use.
If you're interested in helping him, we have a link attached to this article on our website, news8000.com. Hundreds of people flocked to Viterbo University to hear a Holocaust survivor's story of growing up during World War II. Ida Kurse, now 88, was only 3 when her family was forced to live in a ghetto after her home in Poland was invaded by Nazis. She lost her mom and lost connection with her dad after he left to fight in the Polish army. After the war, Ida released a book called Unveiled Memories. It's about being reunited with her twin decades after the Holocaust. Ida says she's hopeful recounting her experiences of anti-Semitism can change the oppression Jewish communities still face today.
Right now, anti-Semitism is growing like a disease, and I'm trying my little input, so people will hear and spread the word to others.
Viterbo University has been bringing Holocaust survivors to our area to speak for several years now. Winners have now been announced for this year's Best of La Crosse County Awards. In the shopping category, Home Furniture took home first prize for Best Furniture Store, and King Furniture is in second. For Best Antique Store, first place goes to the Antique Center of La Crosse. Second place is Savvy Home Consignments. Duluth Trading Company came in first place for Best Men's Clothing Store. Dale's Clothing for Men and Women came in second. And finally, for Best Grocery Store, the first place winner is Festival Foods. Second place is Aldi. For a complete list of winners in every category, you can head to bestoflacrossecounty.com. The time now is 6:08. Still ahead on your morning news, Apple is the latest company to experience a tech outage, the services that went down, and who was affected. And new savings data warns of a potential retirement crisis, what you can do now to prepare for your retirement. That and more coming up. And for now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Someone from Hawaii got a nice surprise on a visit to Las Vegas. The unidentified tourist hit the jackpot on a Wheel of Fortune slot machine over the weekend. It happened at the California Hotel and Casino in the city's downtown gambling district. The jackpot was worth nearly $1.2 million. That is a lot of dough for a spin that only cost $10. Don't go anywhere. Your consumer news at News 8 Now this morning is after the break.
Stock up this month with the Holman Locker and Meat Market's 10-pound sale. Save on pork loin roast, ground beef, chicken breast, and chuck roast. Please call to order. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
You're young, but your bathroom is old. I get it. I visit my kids, grandkids, my precious great-grandkids. Doesn't fit their lifestyle. Not safe. Old and ugly. You'll be amazed at the transformation you can make in just a few days. New tub and shower with all new fixtures, new toilet, new sink and vanity, new flooring, at an investment much less than you might think. Call the Board Store Home Improvements today for a prompt free estimate on your new bathroom.
Quality time with Taco John's. You never forget the big moments, like devouring your first slice of crispy oven-baked taco pizza loaded with 7 layers of classic taco toppings. Or your wedding. Both are life-changing. One-of-a-kind new taco pizza, only at Taco John's.
It's big, really big. It's the Weekend Furniture Blowout at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. This weekend, for 4 big days, we've slashed prices on hundreds of items store-wide. Sofas, sectionals, and recliners from Flexsteel, Decor Rest, and Smith Brothers. Bedrooms and dining rooms from Daniels Amish and Canadell. Plus the area's finest selection of leather from Stressless and Lazy Boy. You'd better hurry. You won't see furniture of this quality at these prices again. The Weekend Furniture Blowout. It's this weekend only at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, the limited time triple pet pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Giant, classic, and mini cup pepperoni? Now that is an expression.
Order the triple pep today.
My doctor says I need an MRI. But where do I go? They're so expensive.
Sensible MRI costs a few hundred, not thousands. You could fill your fridge for a year with what you save. We can get you in the next day. Think of what you could do with the time you'd save. What do you have to lose? At Sensible MRI, you choose the time, you save the money. And you rest easy having your doctor refer you to Sensible MRI.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right. So we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind. Because safety runs through everything we do. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality local meat. Now's the time to stock up with our spring freezer filler bundle. It's full of chicken, beef, pork, and shrimp. Call to order yours today. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Welcome back and a good Thursday morning to it. It is currently 6:12. A check of the schoolcast for today. And by the way, there are a handful of 2-hour delayed starts due to the lingering effects of the much heavier snow that fell on the higher terrain and the ridge tops surrounding the La Crosse area. 35 degrees at 7 a.m. With mainly cloudy conditions through the day. Maybe some lingering light snow showers, changing to rain showers as the day progresses with highs in the lower to middle 40s. Dog walking forecast, yellow pause due to the chilly temperatures and that chance for some lingering light precipitation in spots. But Lily is waiting patiently for her morning treat, is what Amanda tells me here, and maybe waiting patiently for some warmer weather as well to eventually go for a walk. Tomorrow and Saturday looking good for that. Now, much drier across the region this morning, but still breezy, not as windy as yesterday though. Again, a few lingering light snow or rain showers in spots. Best chances east. Dry tomorrow and Saturday, and then a little step back on Sunday, cooler with a chance for some more rain showers. Now you can see some snow showers trying to pivot back in from the north and east as that pesky low finally got kicked to the east, but it's still right near Cleveland, Ohio, so close enough to throw the clouds and some light precipitation back into our area. Current temperatures generally in the low to mid 30s. We will see highs today, not as chilly as yesterday, but still cool with readings in the low to mid 40s, right around 44 here in La Crosse. I will have the rest of my 8-day forecast coming up in about 3.5 minutes.
Let's get to some consumer news now. Many Apple users were unable to access their favorite apps for a brief period of time yesterday. Some of the services affected by the outage included the App Store, Apple TV, and Apple Music and Podcasts. The status page of the Apple system noted an outage for those services around 5:30 p.m. The outage appears to have been resolved about an hour later. Some Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp users also reported issues with those apps earlier in the day. And Chase Bank is launching a new way for brands to market directly to people based on their spending history. The bank says the new division will bring its 80 million customers targeted deals and discounts. The deals will be personalized to customers who will have the option to activate the promotions on the app or website. It's a similar approach taken by many businesses lately by selling ad space on websites and apps with targeted messaging from user data. And Amazon is getting rid of some of its Just Walk Out checkouts. The feature allowed customers to pick out items and just leave the store without visiting a checkout kiosk. Customers would later be sent a receipt for the products purchased. This change only applies to Amazon Fresh locations, which will now move to using the Amazon Dash Cart. The technology will remain in places like airports and colleges and at Amazon Go stores in the UK. Amazon says it made this decision based on customer feedback, which found people like to know what they're spending as they shop. Recent labor and savings data is raising concerns of a looming retirement crisis, with many Americans reportedly struggling to save. Michael Yoshida has more on what's leading to this retirement concern and what you can do to set yourself up for success in the future.
The number of U.S. workers in the labor market over the age of 75 is expected to nearly double over the next decade, according to Bureau of Labor Statistics.
People don't always do what's in their best interest, and a lot of people haven't saved enough money for their retirement.
As some struggle to make ends meet, they're tapping into their 401k and retirement plans early, while pension plans have gone nearly extinct and fear over Social Security solvency looms. So what are some things you can do to prepare if your retirement is still far off?
The most important thing to do is to really understand compound interest and realize that a little money now goes much farther than a lot of money later.
Mitchell Krause, founder of Capital Intelligent Associates, says disciplined and consistent savings, even if it's just a little, is critical.
There's your current self, which always wants to go and have fun and eat out and do all sorts of fun things. And there's your future self, who's going to want to do that too. But you also don't wake up one day and say, hey, if I just saved a little bit more, did a little bit more things, I'd be in a much better position now.
And for those a little closer to retirement age, it sounds simple, but Krause says,
really take the time and understand your situation. Most people don't have a budget. Most people don't know how much money they have. They don't know how far that will go in retirement. And a little bit of research can either prod you to go a little bit further or put your mind at ease.
New Bankrate data shows just 44% of U.S. adults could afford to pay an emergency expense of $1,000 or more from their savings. That's it for your morning consumer news. The time now is 6:17. Let's check in with News 8 meteorologist Bill Grahl for a look at our forecast. Hello, Bill.
Hi, Alexandra. Before we get to that forecast, a quick summary of our wintry start to April so far. And here's kind of a storm summary. It was cold, wet, snowy, and windy. Now, elevation was everything, though. A 600-foot rise meant the difference between just 1 to 4 inches of snow and 5 to 12 inches plus of snow. In fact, here in La Crosse, only 1.1 inches out at the La Crosse Airport. Up on the ridge near Grandad Bluff, over a foot of snow. So a major difference. Also very windy yesterday. Winds gusted 35 to 50 miles per hour, even a 59 mile per hour gust for our neighbors to the west over in Rochester, Minnesota. And beneficial liquid from this storm system, though, almost an inch of liquid in La Crosse during the month of April. So some good moisture as we head into the spring months. Now, currently skies are cloudy. It's much drier this morning. 36 out at the airport, 35 downtown. Winds out of the north-northwest, still blustery, 16 miles per hour, and that's making it feel like 26. Eau Claire, 35, cloudy skies for you. North wind at 10, making it feel like 27. So temperatures are chilly this morning, primarily in the lower to middle 30s, and then you factor in that blustery north to northwest wind, sustained at 10 to 20, still gusting up to 25 miles per hour in some spots, and that's pushing wind chills into the 20s. Feels like 21 in Viroqua, 27 in Sparta, and 24 in Decorah. Now, we're not quite done with this system yet. It finally got a kick off to the east over towards Cleveland, Ohio, but still some wraparound moisture and clouds in play today. Some of these snow showers or rain showers may clip parts of the area at times today. Best chances east of La Crosse, otherwise still kind of breezy, just not nearly as windy as it was yesterday. So Sky Tracker showing maybe some snow showers or flurries from La Crosse and points east at times this morning, and then some isolated rain showers or sprinkles this afternoon, especially to the east. Partial clearing as we head into tonight as we finally get rid of the precipitation, and then tomorrow kind of a mix of clouds and sun, but dry, and Saturday's looking dry as well, with mostly sunny conditions, so that'll look and feel nice. Now today, still cool, but not as chilly as yesterday, low to mid 40s in the La Crosse area. Generally mid 40s far south, and most of our 65 communities will see highs between about 40 and 46 degrees. Again, these numbers still about 10 degrees short of average. So my forecast for today, not as windy, but still breezy. A few light snow or rain showers in spots, especially east, a high of 44. Becoming partly cloudy tonight, lows around 28 degrees in La Crosse. Tomorrow, a bit better, 51, 54 on Saturday. A little step back though on Sunday, cooler with rain showers likely, a high of 46, maybe even some snowflakes mixed in spots. And then milder heading into next week, that slight chance of showers on Monday, 59, lower 60s. On Tuesday and Wednesday, small chance for a shower on Tuesday, and another chance of showers around Thursday of next week with highs in the mid to upper 50s. So at least Alexandra, temperatures over the next 8 days looking a little bit more April-like than what we've seen so far this month. Back to you.
I think a lot of us are looking forward to that. Thank you, Bill. The time now is 6:20. Still ahead on your morning news. An outbreak of bird flu is threatening the nation's largest distributor of fresh eggs. But experts say the public health risk is pretty low. We'll have more on that coming up after sports.
The Brewers were looking for their 5th straight win to start the season, plus the Bucks were in action, looking to bounce back in the first of their 5-game homestand. All those highlights coming up in the Blitz.
At Ashley Spring Semi-Annual Sale, you can spring into savings with Hot Buys $7.99 and under. Plus, shop our Spring Sofa Sale with 0% interest until April 2029 on in-store purchases. Hurry in and meet the all-new Ashley today.
Are you or a loved one having troubles getting in and out of the bathtub safely? Has the high cost of remodeling left you without options? I'm Tim with Tri-State Tub to Shower Conversions, and I've been serving the Tri-State area since 1992. And I would love to make your bathing experience safe and affordable. We use your existing tub and remove the front section for easy accessibility. And for an affordable cost, call today.
Beyond covering grays, my color needs to suit me.
My skin. My complexion. New Excellence Nudes by L'Oreal Paris. Ammonia-free shades for 100% gray coverage. Designed to flatter your complexion. New Excellence Nudes by L'Oreal Paris.
We're worth it.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Meet the all-new Ashley. Discover new styles in remodeled stores, offering everything you need to create inspired spaces. From our store to your door. The new Ashley. It's the love of home.
We have people, into their 70s in our classes right now.
Friday on News 8 Now This Morning, we take an up-close look at the Mellow Martial Arts class and find out why it's more than just self-defense.
You're not too old to do what you love.
The 8000 Plus app. Stream on your time.
Welcome to the Blitz. The Brewers gave their home fans a lot to cheer about on Tuesday as Milwaukee hung on for a 3-2 win in its home opener. And for just the 4th time in franchise history, the Brewers have won their first 4 games of the season. Crew was looking to make it 5 straight yesterday. Brewers looking for the 2-game sweep over Minnesota. Rhys Hoskins exits stage left. This is why they signed him. Hoskins gets all of this one. Solo shot puts the Crew up 2. Twins would slice it in half, but in the 5th, Milwaukee gets it right back. The rookie's been red hot. It continued yesterday. Jackson Chourio, first big league homer. It's 3-1, but here come the Twins in the 7th. Tying run on second, and Carlos Correa comes up clutch. Byron Buxton stops at third, changes his mind. RBI single for Correa, ties it at 3, and Minnesota keeps it going. Later in the 7th, 2 on for Ryan Jeffers. He was 0 for 13 coming into this one. Not anymore. Jeffers blows it open with a 3-run blast. Brewers suffer their first loss of the season as the Twins get the win 7-3. Bucks back at home last night looking to open up their 5-game homestand with the win over Memphis. No Dame in this one, but in the 2nd, Milwaukee up 1 until Bobby Portis knocks down the corner 3. Milwaukee goes up 4, and it's time to dance. But the Grizzlies spoiling the party. Other end off the miss, it's Brandon Clark down low for the score. Memphis up 4 at the break. Second half now, Giannis trying to keep his squad in it. The big man with the big man move. Giannis throws it down. Then later in the 3rd, Bucks up 3. Giannis all the way to the cup for 2 more. It's a 5-point lead, but the Grizzlies get the last laugh. Jaren Jackson seals it in the corner. Grizzlies go up 10. Bucks drop another 111-101. T-Wolves back in action looking to take down Toronto. This one all Wolves from the opening tip. Anthony Edwards knocks down the corner 3. Wolves up 5. Then Naz Reid picking up where he left off a couple nights ago. Deep 3 goes down. Minnesota up 8. And Reid was just getting started midway through the 2nd. It's Reid again. You bet. 6 threes on the night. 23 points for Reid. Wolves up 10. And the home team blowing it open in the 2nd half. Edwards knocks down another triple. And then it's Ant going to work in the corner. Baseline jumper is pure. A game-high 28 points on the night for Edwards. Wolves up 21, and the lead keeps growing. Time running out in the 3rd. Monte Morris beats the buzzer. 23s on the night for Minnesota. T-Wolves all over Toronto, 133-85. Semifinals of the women's NIT last night. Minnesota taking on Troy. Gophers up 9 in the 3rd until this shot drops in. Trojans cut it to 3, but in the 4th, Amaya Battle, pretty footwork in the paint. That rattles home. Minnesota goes up 5. Then with less than a minute to play, Gophers clinging to a 1-point lead, but Grace Groholski splashes home the triple. Biggest shot of the night. Gophers go up 4, and Minnesota is heading to the NIT championship game. Gophers hang on for the win 74-69. They're heading home to play for an NIT title Saturday against St. Louis. That's going to do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
It's the spring sale at Home Furniture. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Get 5, 10, and even 15% off sale prices throughout the store. Plus, get interest-free financing during the spring sale going on now at Home Furniture.
For over 40 years, Blood Cross Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
How about a bite of your lemon blueberry French toast for a bite of my strawberry cheesecake French toast?
This is my last bite.
Try our new ultimate French toast platters, only at Perkins.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. When you're ready to get out and prep your yard for spring, we get you the right products at the right prices. Right now, Rewards members get a free $15 gift card with a $100 purchase of Scotts products. Save $30 on a qualifying DeWalt Bear tool. Plus, in stock now, new spring styles of Carhartt, Ariat, and Wrangler clothing or footwear. We get you outdoors because we get you.
Find value at Blaine's Farm
sprung, the grass has riz. I wonder where the furniture is. At King Furniture, of course.
During our spring clearance event, save an additional 10% off our already low prices. Plus, take advantage of 0% free financing, recliners, sofas, sectionals, dining rooms, and more. With our huge selection of in-stock furniture, low price guarantee, and free delivery, why shop anywhere else?
It's the King Furniture Spring Clearance Sale.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty bagel sandwiches paired with a caramel frappe.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Has your pet been diagnosed with a cruciate ligament injury or torn ACL? Forget the inconvenience of travel and expense to a university. Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics in Holmen specializes in knee reconstruction using the TPLO. This is a gold standard that's been used by veterinarians for over 40 years and provides the strongest fixation in ACL repair. Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics today.
Right now at Homeworld Rugs, get 10% off Area Rug sale prices. Choose from many different shapes, sizes, and patterns with Area Rug experts in every showroom to help you find the perfect rug. 10% off Area Rugs going on now at Homeworld Rugs.
Home furniture. There's no place like home.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Get ready to see even higher egg prices. The nation's largest producer and distributor of fresh eggs is experiencing a bird flu outbreak. Cal-Maine Foods temporarily stopping production at a facility in Texas. The state agriculture commissioner says the company has to depopulate 1.6 million laying hens and 337,000 pullets. Cal-Maine says it's working to secure production at other plants to minimize disruption to consumers. Bird flu has also been detected at a poultry facility in Michigan. A fertility clinic in southern Alabama will stop offering IVF treatments at the end of the year. Mobile Infirmary paused IVF services after the Alabama Supreme Court ruled that embryos are children. Yesterday, the clinic announced it'll temporarily resume IVF services, but only until December 31st. They cited litigation concerns surrounding IVF as the reason. Mobile Infirmary was at the center of 2 lawsuits that led to the controversial ruling by the Alabama Supreme Court. In Boston, a 62-year-old man made history by becoming the world's first to successfully receive a pig kidney. He underwent the transplant last month and was just released from the hospital this week. Jennifer Panette has more on this remarkable story.
Photos that mark the beginning of a new life for Rick Slayman. They were taken moments before he was released from Mass General. Nearly 3 weeks ago, the Weymouth man made history alongside his team of Mass General doctors and nurses.
We're going to learn a lot with Mr. Slayman. He was brave to go through a procedure where there were so many unknowns.
For years, Mr. Slayman's life depended on dialysis. That's until the 62-year-old agreed to become the first person in the world to receive a kidney from a pig, genetically edited for the human body.
But what he taught us is that it is possible.
Dr. Leo Riella, who helped perform the 4-hour-long surgery, says Mr. Slayman is doing well despite his body briefly rejecting the pig's kidney. Mr. Slayman is not speaking publicly yet, but in a statement thanked his doctors, writing, "This moment leaving the hospital today with one of the cleanest bills of health I've had in a long time is one I wished would come for many years. Now it's a reality and one of the happiest moments of my life." The groundbreaking transplant offering hope to the nearly 90,000 kidney patients on dialysis. Mr. Slayman's doctors are now working closely with the FDA to create a path toward clinical trials.
And hopefully then, bring it to clinical practice, bring to all patients that are on the waiting list that don't have a kidney and may have to wait too long.
The hospital says scientists also deactivated a cell nuclei that contains viruses in the pig donor to eliminate any risk of infection. The judge presiding over Donald Trump's upcoming criminal trial in New York is refusing to delay it. The former president's legal team filing a motion to delay his hush money case until the Supreme Court rules on his presidential immunity claim. But that motion was denied. The judge said Trump's lawyer should have filed it months ago and not waited until March. This is the case related to payments made to adult film star Stormy Daniels during the 2016 election. As of now, it's slated to start April 15th. Meanwhile, the special counsel handling Donald Trump's classified documents case is calling out the judge, saying her actions are based on a fundamentally flawed premise. CNN's Paula Reed takes a closer look at what the special counsel's team is requesting and the Trump team's counter-arguments.
We very much look forward to presenting our case to a jury of citizens in the Southern District of Florida.
A trial in the Mar-a-Lago classified documents case appears highly unlikely to happen before the 2024 election, and special counsel Jack Smith expressing frustration with Judge Aileen Cannon. In a new filing late Tuesday, Smith's team said Cannon had ordered briefings based on a fundamentally flawed legal premise that had no basis in law or fact.
My sincere thanks go to the president for the honor of this nomination.
Prosecutors harshly criticizing the Trump-appointed judge's request for hypothetical jury instructions. She asked both sides to take into account the former president's claim that he had broad authority to take classified documents under the Presidential Records Act.
Whatever documents the president decides to take with him, he has the right to do so. It's an absolute right.
But prosecutors have repeatedly said that law is not relevant because Trump is accused of obstruction and storing highly classified material in a bathroom and other unsecure locations at his Florida estate. Prosecutors also point out that telling a jury that Trump had the authority to take records he wanted from the White House would make it nearly impossible to secure a conviction. Prosecutors insist that legal premise is wrong, and a jury instruction that reflects that premise would distort the trial. But Trump's attorneys, who were also asked to weigh in here, suggested that the judge tell jurors Trump was authorized to possess a category of documents defined as personal records, both during and after his term in office. The idea that classified documents belonged to Trump, Smith's team said, is pure fiction.
I was a trial judge for 37 years. I have never seen an order like this.
Former federal judge Jeremy Fogel says the government will likely appeal.
If she makes that decision and then the case goes to trial and then he's acquitted, as he certainly would be with that instruction, the government has no recourse. There's double jeopardy.
But an appeal will likely further delay the trial, something Trump has been seeking in all his criminal cases. Critics say Cannon is playing right into that strategy. She has yet to decide more than a dozen outstanding issues, including setting a firm date for the trial and how much witness information to keep under seal.
If Trump wins the White House, he will presumably appoint an attorney general who will drop the case against him or use his presidential powers to pardon himself. Monday, make sure you grab those eclipse glasses and maybe a raincoat too. Severe thunderstorms could put a damper on eclipse watching next week. Parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana could see damaging winds, hail, rain, and even a tornado. There's a chance violent storms could hold off until late afternoon. That'd be just long enough for eclipse watchers to get a decent view of the phenomenon. But cloud coverage could still possibly obscure the sky. Plus, storms firing up later in the day could impact post-eclipse travel. Time now is 6:37. Here is News 8 meteorologist Bill Grahl to tell us what to expect for our morning commute. Hi, Bill.
Hi, Alexandra. Yeah, keeping a close eye on that Monday forecast locally as well for viewing the solar eclipse, but we will have a chance for some scattered showers, maybe some cloud cover impacting that as well. But we'll keep a close eye on that. Still a few days out there. Now, currently skies are cloudy and the roads mainly dry, although some lingering effects on the ridge tops and higher terrains that saw several more inches of snowfall than we did down here in the immediate La Crosse area. So watch for some leftover slick spots on your drive cast. That's why I've got red road conditions to start today. Otherwise, fair conditions through the day. Still some light snow or rain showers potentially in spots, especially east, and still kind of breezy today, but not as windy as yesterday. You can see some of those snow showers, kind of a rain-snow mix trying to back their way in from the north and east as that pesky low is now over near Cleveland, Ohio, and that continues to wrap clouds across our area, and again that slight chance for some light precipitation in spots as well. Current temps in the low to mid 40s, breezy today, not as windy as yesterday though, and still cool with highs in the low to mid 40s, right around 44 in La Crosse. I will have the rest of my 8-day forecast on the other side of the break. Alexandra?
And And before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8, starting with Croy. He is turning 8 weeks old today. He has the best hair and loves watching ceiling fans and going on long walks. Weston is turning 8 months old. He loves making faces in the mirror with his dad and petting his puppies. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button right there on the homepage. Coming up, we delve into the heart of Ramadan with insights from Imam Hamid Qureshi. Stay tuned to learn more about this sacred month.
Come into comfort during the International Furniture Fjord Sales Event. Get $200 off all Fjord's chairs in stock and special orders. The Tri-State's largest Fjord showroom is at International Furniture, La Crosse.
Get an 11% rebate on your next project now at Menards. Protect your home with Atlas shingles. They feature a limited lifetime warranty, up to 130 mile-per-hour wind warranty, and a super wide design for fast installation. Menards also has the largest in-stock selection of concrete landscaping blocks. Holland patio pavers are perfect for walkways and patios. Only 25 cents each after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
A lot has changed since the Overhead Door Company installed its first door in 1921. One thing that hasn't? Our commitment to quality. We set the standard a century ago with the first motorized garage door, and we have not stopped innovating since. Today, you can build your dream door with the DoorView app, and with the OHD Anywhere app, you can control your new door from anywhere. So next time you need a repair or replacement for your garage door, look for the red ribbon and trust 100 years of experience. Overhead Door Company.
A1 Vacuum Sales and Service has been part of the La Crosse area for 75 years. And so we thank you for that opportunity and for supporting the area's largest vacuum store for all these years. Our mission is to provide great service and offer quality products that stand the test of time. And we will continue to be part of this wonderful area we call home. Leave a legacy that isn't plastic in a landfill and support the store that supports you. Thank you for your business.
A1 Vacuum. Our business is picking up.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order,
scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Hey, Dominic here, and I want to show you just how easy it is to make tacos and taco dip using Taco Please-Me. For the tacos, just brown 1 pound of ground meat with 4 teaspoons of Taco Please-Me. Add a half cup of water, simmer 15 minutes, spoon into a taco shell, and add your favorite garnish. For taco dip, blend cream cheese and a half cup of milk until smooth, then add 1 tablespoon of Taco Please-Me. Be sure to get your Taco Please-Me and 37 other blends at the Please-Me Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Tacos.
Come into comfort during the International Furniture Fjord Sales Event. Get $200 off all Fjord's chairs in stock and special orders. The Tri-State's largest Fjord showroom is at International Furniture, La Crosse.
Welcome back. A good Thursday morning to you. 6:42. Before we get to that forecast, a quick recap of our wintry start to the month of April. Again, elevation was key with this storm, and that's common with early and late season snowstorms. Only a couple of inches at the lower elevations, including only 1.1 inches officially out at the La Crosse Airport. And then on the ridge tops above La Crosse, upwards of a foot plus, anywhere from 5 to 12 inches plus across the higher terrain, especially east of the Mississippi River. Boy, it was windy yesterday. Winds gusted 35 to 50 miles per hour, even a 59 mile per hour gust for our friends over to the west in Rochester, Minnesota, and some beneficial moisture from this storm heading into the spring months. The La Crosse Airport just under 1 inch of liquid so far this month of April. Skies are cloudy. It's much drier this morning. 36 degrees out at the airport, 35 downtown. Wind still kind of blustery out of the north-northwest at 16. That's making it feel like 26. Eau Claire, cloudy for you as well, 35. North wind at 10, and that's making it feel like 27. So temperatures primarily in the 30s in our neck of the woods, ranging from 32 in Viroqua to 37 in Boscobel. Winds won't be as strong today, but still breezy from the north-northwest, sustained at 10 to 20, and still gusting around 25 miles per hour in some spots, and that's pushing wind chills into the 20s. Now, still clouds as we deal with that slowly departing storm system, and even some snow showers have pivoted back into about the eastern half of Wisconsin. Some of these may clip eastern parts of our viewing area as that low over Cleveland, Ohio, finally starting to kick east slowly but surely. Still kind of a squeeze play between that departing low and high pressure off to our west, causing those blustering north to northwest winds today. So Sky Tracker showing maybe some snow showers or flurries. Again, best chances east of La Crosse this morning. Otherwise, notice some green spots this afternoon, maybe some isolated showers or sprinkles. Again, best chances east of La Crosse. Otherwise, a mainly cloudy sky today. Tonight, partial clearing, and we finally start to dry out region-wide. Tomorrow, mix of clouds and sun and dry, and then plenty of sunshine as we head into our Saturday, and that's going to help warm temperatures back to close to where they should be for this time of year. Still kind of cool today, though. Most spots in the 40s. In fact, low to mid-40s in La Crosse. Most of our 65 communities, you can pick out your favorite or wherever you're located, seeing highs between about 40 and 46 degrees. So better than yesterday, but still about 10 degrees short of average. So not as windy today, but still breezy. Again, those slight chances for some light snow or rain showers, especially east. 44 in La Crosse. Tonight, 28. That's kind of cold for early April. Tomorrow, 51 with a mix of clouds and sun. 54 on Saturday with lots of sun. A little step back on Sunday. Showers likely and cooler, a high of 46. There's that chance for some rain showers on the solar eclipse day, Monday, with a high of 59. May have to deal with some cloud cover. Otherwise, milder temperatures Tuesday and Wednesday, low 60s. Slight chance of rain on Tuesday, a little bit better chance of showers again around Thursday of next week. That's the latest check of my 8-day forecast. Back to you, Alexandra.
Muslims around the world are celebrating Ramadan, a month of dawn to dusk fasting, intense prayer, charity, and feasts. This morning, we're joined by Imam Hamid Qureshi from the Islamic Center of Winona to tell us more. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yes, we're happy to have you.
Glad to be here.
Yes, very happy to have you. So Ramadan is going on right now. For viewers who may not be familiar, what can you tell us about Ramadan?
Every year, blessed month of Ramadan draws near all Muslims around the world, await in joyous anticipation for the opportunity to observe fasting. Fasting is an extension of the practice found in earlier religions, that is Jewish and Christianity. God says in the Holy Quran that fasting was prescribed to Jews and Christians and then to Muslims. God said in Holy Quran that fasting is prescribed for you as it was prescribed for those before you so that you may become righteous. Muslims strive towards achieving piety.
Okay, and so it's dawn to dusk fasting, is that right?
Yes. Fasting from dawn to dusk, that means no water, food, or during fasting, eat before dawn or after sunset. One have to be in best character.
Yeah.
Month of Ramadan is one of the most beloved and blessed months in Islamic calendar. The blessings of this month is countless. Mercy of God, forgiveness of God, and salvation. God said, all the deeds of Adam's children are for them, except fasting, which is for me, and I will give the reward for it.
Okay, very nice. And it's going on now. How long is Ramadan?
Ramadan will start when the moon, a new moon appears. Okay. That's the first day of Ramadan. And when again, after 29 or 30 days, when the moon again, a new moon pops up, and then the Ramadan ends. So that's the celebration at the end of the fasting.
Okay, very nice. And so this year, war and starvation in the Gaza Strip, casting a darker shadow on the holiday, I'm sure. Does it feel differently this year in light of that, or talk about that a little bit?
Surely. I will definitely. First of all, may God bring peace in Middle East. Mm-hmm. And yes, people are suffering. This is a very holy month, and it is very, difficult to absorb the people are dying there, and they're suffering for the food and everything, because Ramadan is giving and taking. You feed the poor, and you give lots of charity, and you do all those good things. You take care of your neighbors and all those poor people, whatever you can. What you can afford it. So what is happening in the Middle East at the moment is very, very sad situation. Hope everything, may God bring peace over there. So I hope all the countries in the world, they will emphasize in that region to those that they bring peace over there, so they don't have this kind of situation.
And we see the images, we hear the news out of Gaza, and it's horrifying, but I think a lot of us feel helpless. What can we do? Anything we can do?
Just, all we can do is we can tell our, White House, Washington, D.C., our government to really, work on peace with Israel, so that this thing is taken care. And the best thing is to do is to have two-state situation. So you have Palestine and you have Israel. They live side by side in peaceful and in harmony. So that's what is going to bring the peace.
And what message would you like to share this Ramadan?
Well, just trust in God and do all those good things that we are supposed to do in the month of Ramadan, and keep asking God to bring peace and to help us so we can overcome with this problem.
All right, Imam. Well, thank you so much for joining us to tell us a little bit about Ramadan.
You're very welcome. I'm glad to be here.
Yes, thank you so much. And stay with us. We are back after this.
Buygoff and Rohde had your back then, and we have your back now. We've been Wisconsin's personal injury powerhouse for over 50 years. Buygoff and Rohde. Serious injuries need serious lawyers.
Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Okay, hold on. I don't think it's gonna pivot anymore.
Just like pivoting from heating to cooling season, it's a difficult adjustment.
Pivot in the summer, called GNT.
Pivot! Shut up!
Called GNT.
For the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
It's big, really big. It's the Weekend Furniture Blowout at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. This weekend, for 4 big days, we've slashed prices on hundreds of items store-wide. Sofas, sectionals, and recliners from Flexsteel, Decor Rest, and Smith Brothers. Bedrooms and dining rooms from Daniels Amish and Canadell. Plus the area's finest selection of leather from Stressless and Lazy Boy. You'd better hurry. You won't see furniture of this quality at these prices again. The Weekend Furniture Blowout. It's this weekend only at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. When you're ready to get out and prep your yard for spring, we get you the right products at the right prices. Right now, Rewards members get a free $15 gift card with a $100 purchase of Scott's products. Like Scott's Turf Builder with Halt's Crabgrass Preventer, $69.99 after sale and rebate. Plus, update your spring style with women's Alfred Dunner fashion collections, half price. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy in the La Crosse area.
When you're talking to someone and you call someone at Olson Solar, it's not someone in Utah, it's not someone in California, it is someone local right here. By doing that, we control the entire process. So we control the project management, we control the design, we control the installation, the electric, the hookup, permitting, and that really sets us apart.
Stop into our location near you or give us a call and ask us about our Earth Day promo.
Buygoff and Rohde. We've been Wisconsin's personal injury powerhouse for over 50 years, and we have the #1 personal injury attorney in Eau Claire. Buygoff and Rohde. Serious injuries need serious lawyers.
We have people, into their 70s in our classes right now.
Friday on News 8 Now This Morning, we take an up-close look at the Mellow Martial Arts class and find out why it's more than just self-defense.
You're not too old to do what you love.
Trust the First Warn Weather Team to keep you safe, and even better, you can take us with you. Expect more with hourly temps and conditions, video forecast, interactive radar, and your choice of notifications. We're there when you need us.
Download the News 8000 app today.
Welcome back. It's 6:53. Time for your morning news now. Governor Tony Evers signed a bill in Trumbull aiming to protect our communities from future flooding. Senate Bill 222 requires Wisconsin Emergency Management to create and administer a pre-disaster flood resilience grant program. Those grants will go toward projects aimed at identifying and improving flood vulnerabilities. In the 2023-24 budget, Governor Evers included $2 million for the newly established grant program. He said the signing of this bill will provide security for flood-prone communities.
This bill is an important step at giving families and communities peace of mind and the tools they need to prevent flood damage in the future.
Flooding is one of the most damaging hazards we face here in Wisconsin. The grant yesterday is a step in helping the state compete in federal hazard mitigation funding. In a surprise upset, write-in candidate Frank Ames won a DeSoto area school board seat by hundreds of votes, defeating the incumbent, Rick Pedretti. That unexpected result follows a tumultuous year for the district, which saw protests from parents after the board voted not to renew an elementary school principal's contract in February. DeSoto voters also rejected a $4.8 million referendum to maintain staff and programs. Hundreds of people flocked to Viterbo University yesterday to hear a Holocaust survivor's story of growing up during World War II. Ida Kurst, now 88 years old, was only 3 when her family was forced to live in a ghetto after her home in Poland was invaded by Nazis. She lost her mom and lost connection with her dad after he left to fight in the Polish army. After the war, Ida released a book called Unveiled Memories. It's about being reunited with her twin decades after the Holocaust. Ida says she's hopeful recounting her experiences of anti-Semitism can change the oppression Jewish communities still face today.
Right now, anti-Semitism is growing like a disease, and I'm trying my little input, so people will hear and spread the word to others.
Viterbo University has been bringing different Holocaust survivors to our area to speak for several years now.
Well, still some lingering light snow and rain showers today, especially east of La Crosse. You can see those kind of pivoting back in from the north and east as that pesky low finally departs slowly to the east. Current temps in the low to mid 30s, wind chill factors this morning in the 20s. Not as windy today, but still breezy with that small chance for some light precipitation, primarily east, highs in the lower to middle 40s. 51 tomorrow, 54 on Saturday with lots of sunshine. Little step back on Sunday, cooler with showers likely, highs in the 40s. Slight chance of showers next Monday, but milder heading into next week, highs in the upper 50s to lower 60s.
All right, Bill, happy to see some of those warmer temperatures there. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. By the way, you see those schools delays at the bottom of your screen. You can find the full list on our website, news8000.com. Enjoy the rest of your morning, and we will see you back here at noon.